breaths. Feeling the right side of the neck grow long. And then you'll place the left hand back down. Once more, tucking the chin, bowing the head. On your next inhale, slowly the neck lifts up. Inhale, arms sweep out and up, look up. Grow tall through your spine. And as you exhale, fold over your legs. Just a gentle forward fold. Maybe you can relax your forearms down or even your forehead down. And if your forehead's not going to touch the floor today, that's okay, but can you relax your neck? And breathe into your hips. And then you'll slowly walk both hands over to the right. So you're in a little twist, but you're leaning over to the right. Head hangs heavy. Not cranking your body into any certain twist, just moving to where your body says, okay, it's good right there. You don't need to go any further. One more breath right here. And then you'll walk back through to center. Head hangs heavy. Can you fold in a little bit deeper than your first forward fold? And then slowly walk the hands over to the left. Breathing right where you are. Walk through to center slowly and rise up. We're going to come into a side body stretch. So bring your arms out like a T. And then you'll drop your right hand. The left arm will come up and over. So if you drop the right hand right next to the hip, can you slide it out just a little bit? So you really feel the left side body open here. Maybe taking the gaze up to the ceiling. Keeping both sit bones rooted if possible. The left sit bone has a tendency to want to pop up here. And if you want more, you can come down to your forearm on the right hand. 2 more breaths. And if you sit at a desk all day, I'm sure you're saying, oh geez. It can get rough stretching the side body, but your body needs it. And then inhale, rise up, both arms reach, look up, make yourself tall. And as you exhale, over to the other side, left hand plants down, slides out just a little bit so the right arm can come up and overhead. Sit bones rooted. And if you came down to the forearm on the other side, you can do it here. Taking your gaze up, unless it hurts your neck, then your gaze can be down. Listening to your body. And then rising up, we're going to just sit opposite. So you're going to take the ankle that's behind in front. And then fold in just like that. Head hangs heavy. Breathe into the opposite hip. And notice what happens when things are a little bit uncomfortable. Take 2 more breaths right here. And then walking the hands back, we're going to rise up to seated, coming into a child's pose. So we can either roll over our knees or just bring your feet out. But the knees will be wide, big toes touching behind you, arms reaching. The 2 actions that you want to think about here are melting the chest down and melting the hips back. So the hips will be pulling back towards the heels and the chest will be melting down towards the mat. Neither need to touch. Be gentle with yourself. Send breath into your hips. Let your head go. And just check in with yourself. How do you feel? And now turn your attention to your breath. Can you take deeper, more expansive breaths in and out through the nose? And then can you mindfully send that breath to your hips as they open? And as we move through today's practice, just notice what comes up for you. Whether it's a physical feeling or an emotion, just watch it come and watch it go and just flow with it. And then you'll pick up your hands in your child's pose and walk them over to the right for a side body stretch once more. You can place left hand on top of right if you want more. If you want even more than that, the left hand can be further away from the right, further away from your body. But try to rest your head down somehow. So whether that's the left temple on the left arm or the forehead down. And breathe through this. Slowly walking the hands back through to center. Take 1 full cycle of breath here, in and out. Next inhale, walk your hands over to the left. Same thing, right hand can land on top of left or further away from left for a deeper side body bend. But just take what you need. Don't force your body into anything it doesn't want to do. Feel your body breathe. And slowly walking the hands back through to center And then rising up to hands and knees, tabletop. So the wrists here are going to be stacked right under your shoulders, and the knees will be stacked right under the hips. And from here, just find a little sway of the hips, wagging the tail. You can make those movements as big or as small as they want to be. And then coming to stillness, we're going to open up our wrists, which we neglect a lot. So we're going to just take the fingers towards us, palms still face down. So just flipping the hands so that the fingers are facing towards you. And if this is enough for you, you can stay right here. And if you want more, you can lean back just a little bit, but you don't want the palms to come off the mat. So I'll just turn around if anyone's confused. Just leaning back. You can rock forward and back if that feels good, or just find a place to stay. We're just here for 2 breaths. And then we'll come back to table, flipping the hands back around. And then from here, you can bring your palms up. So just flipping the hands so the palms are facing you. Yep. And you can lock out your elbows and you can make a fist and then extend the fingers. So my hands are like this on the mat. My elbows are locked out and I'm just making a fist. It's going to feel super weird, but it's good for your wrists. And then come back to table, hands neutral, warming up the spine, coming into some cat-cows. So as you inhale, you'll drop the belly, broaden chest, look up. And as you exhale, round and curl the spine, tuck the tailbone under and look in. Inhale, drop the belly, tailbone lifts, look up. Exhale, round and curl, look in. We're going to do that for 6 more rounds at your own breath pace. And if you want to get your feet involved, when you drop the belly coming into cow, you'll tuck your toes. And when you round and curl, you'll press into the tops of your feet. But if that's confusing you, just skip it. And when you're done, come to stillness. We're going to get into our shoulders. So you're going to press into the left hand, bring the right arm up to the sky. Twisting from the torso, trying to stack the shoulders one on top of the other. Left hand down, right arm up here. And then you can start to windmill that arm, as big or as small as feels right for you. Just making some circles. Taking the circles in both directions. Reach up to the sky once more once you feel even, and inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to thread that right arm under the left, landing down on the right shoulder and the right ear. Butt is still lifted, tailbone is high. Can you relax the left forearm? Breathe. Breathe into your shoulder. And if you want more, you can take your left hand behind your back. That will just get deeper into the shoulder. Two more breaths. then slowly unwinding. If you took the arm behind your back, you'll place the left hand down, press into it to lift your right arm up. Right arm reaches towards the sky just to reset. Back to table, over to the other side. So you'll press into the right hand to bring the left arm up. That left arm reaches tall, gaze up if you can, stacking the shoulders, and then you'll make some circles. Windmilling that arm, taking the shoulders in both directions, the circles, not the shoulders. And once you feel even, reach up to the sky once more. Inhale. And as you exhale, thread that left arm under the right, landing down on left shoulder. Right forearm relaxes down if possible. Tailbone still lifted. Gently opening up our shoulders. And again, if you want more, you can take that right arm behind your back. Breathing right here. And then slowly unwind, placing the right hand back down. Left arm comes up. To unwind, look up. And then place the hand back down. Now we're going to get into our hips. So remember to breathe through it. You're going to step your right foot outside your right hand. From here, you'll let your hips drop in. If you feel like you could go a little bit further, you could bring your left knee back. So if the left knee is parallel here, you can bring the left knee back because you want to drop into your hips. You can stay on your hands here. You can come down to your forearms if you want more. But the two options for today are hands or forearms. Breathe into your hips. Notice where you feel the gripping. Notice where you feel the tension. Can you choose to let that tension go? Can you choose to soften? And if your body starts to shake and you feel like you can't do it anymore, can you hold on for just 3 more breaths? And then 2 more breaths after that. And then slowly, we're going to bring the hips back, coming into a half split. So we're going to straighten the right leg as much as it can. You can keep a bend in it if you need to. So both hands can stay inside that right leg, or you can take the hands to frame the foot. But the important thing here is that the hips are melting back. That right leg is attempting to straighten. Can you keep a straight spine here instead of rounding in? And then can you bring your toes up towards your face, flexing that foot? Can you do it with a smile? Now you are welcome to stay right here. If you want to turn this into an IT band stretch and stretch the outside of your leg, you can walk both hands over to the right. But only if that feels right for you. You can try it and then say no, whatever you feel is best for your body today. I want you to focus on feeling each one of these stretches in your body. One more breath right here. And if you walk the hands outside the leg, please bring them back to frame the foot. We're going to bend into the right knee. And from here, we're going to bring the right knee back to table. Now go with me here. We're going to move gently, but just open the hip just a little bit more. It will feel nice after we did both of those things. You're going to bring the right knee up like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. And then just make some gentle circles in both directions. Hug the belly button into the spine. Will give you a little bit more stability. And then place that knee back down. Before we move, just notice the difference from your left side of the body to the right. You should feel a little bit more open, maybe a little bit more relaxed in the right side. And now we'll make it even. So you're going to step the left foot outside of the left hand. Again, if you want more room, you can bring the right knee back just a little bit to let your hips drop in. This is low lizard lunge. Some people call it dragon, but I like lizard. Now you can stay on your hands or come down to your forearms. Whatever feels right. Forearms will be more of a challenge. Coming down to the forearms is usually for people who have more open hips. And wherever you're at is perfect, but can you find your edge? Try to soften. Taking 5 more breaths right here. And when you finish the exhale you're on, you are going to bring the hips back to straighten the left leg, bringing the left toes up towards the face. Again, that leg doesn't need to be totally straight, but can you lengthen your spine instead of rounding and curling? Again, if it feels weird to have both hands inside the leg, you can bring the leg in the middle. Hands will frame the foot for a half split. Taking the gaze a little bit past the toes will help you to lengthen your spine. And again, if you took that IT band stretch on the other side, you're going to walk both hands over to the left. Breathing right here. Slowly, hands come back to frame that front foot, bend back into the left knee, back to table, moving slow. And then we'll just get into the hip just a little bit more. The left knee comes up, fire hydrant, gentle circles. In both directions. Back to table. From here, we're going to bring the right leg out long behind us and then bring it over to the right side, dropping the foot down. So our right leg is out to the right side. The sole of the foot is down here. From here, just rock gently, slowly back until you feel that really deep inner groin stretch, thigh stretch. And just breathe right there. Take 2 more breaths. Sorry, it was so dark in my apartment, I had to fix it. And then from here, bring the hips back to like a tabletop position, a neutral position. We're going to bring the right leg back behind us once more. Bring it over to the left and drop the foot down. So the right leg is now crossed over the left and it lands down. I know it's weird. From here, take your gaze towards the right foot. If you're not feeling this in the outer right hip, you can bring both shoulders just a little bit to the left and the hips a little bit to the right. So I'm going to say that again. Right now, my right leg is crossed over my left. My foot is on the floor. Taking the left shoulder, both of the shoulders over to the left and the hips just slightly over to the right will help me feel this on my IT band. Two breaths. And then gaze comes forward, place that knee back down, we're in tabletop. And we do the other side. So left leg extends back behind us, comes over to the left, the foot lands down. Left leg is out to the left now. We're going for that inner thigh, that groin stretch, and you can just bump the hips back until you feel it. You're welcome to rock here if that feels better. Today we're stretching parts of the body that get neglected sometimes. Breathe through it. One more breath here. And then the hips rock up. We're going to bring the left leg back and around so that the left foot lands over to the right side. If we're not feeling this IT band stretch, both shoulders lean over to the right. Hips come just slightly to the left. Gaze goes back towards that foot. Breathing right here. Gaze comes neutral, back to table. Now we're going to come into puppy. So before you move, just try to notice if your ribs are splaying out and your belly's splaying out. Can you hug the ribs in? And then we're going to walk the hands out long and melt the chest down, bringing the forehead down to the earth, keeping the tailbone lifted. Opening up the back and the shoulders. We won't be here long, but can you try to keep your ribs hugged in? That's going to protect your back. Two breaths. Can you melt a little bit deeper? And then slowly pick the head up. We're going to slither through to our bellies. So we're on our bellies with our forearms down. Chest is up. No tension in the legs, no tension in the glutes. Trying to relax everything here. The only forceful thing you're doing at all, which isn't even that forceful, is you're pressing your forearms down into the earth to bring your chest up. And from here, just drop the chin down towards the chest. Feel the back of the neck grow long. This is Sphinx. Slowly letting the back open. And then slowly roll the neck over to look over your right shoulder. So gaze is past the right shoulder. You can keep the eyes closed. And then you'll take the chin down towards the chest once more and keep it going so that your gaze comes over your left shoulder. Bringing the gaze back neutral. Now, if you feel like this is really nice in your back and you don't want to move at all, you're going to stay right here. If you feel like you're more open, and please be, cautious with this, we'll come into seal, but listen to your body, right? So seal is when you press into your hands and your forearms come off the mat. So the back is really up. So don't do this if you have any back issues, anything like that. No tension anywhere in the body. We're just pressing into the hands. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. One breath. And if you took seal, you're going to place the forearms back down. Then we're going to bring the hands right under the shoulders to press ourselves back to sleeping child. So it's similar to child's pose, but your knees are together. From here, can you bring your arms behind you, palms face up, and let your forehead come down to the earth? Sleeping child. And just close your eyes here. And tap in to your breath. And tap in to how you feel in this moment. What's coming up for you? We don't have the power to choose our thoughts, but we do have the power to choose how we react to them, to shift our energy, to shift the way we feel. Changing the thoughts that you tell yourself. The mindset that you have. How you react to situations. And just allow your body to fully relax, soften, release, restore. From this sleeping child, we're slowly going to roll up to seated on our heels. So all you're going to do is just bring your torso up, and we're just going to take a gentle twist. So taking the left hand to the outside of the right knee and the right arm back behind us like a kickstand, we'll look over our right shoulder. Twisting open to the right. And then we'll switch. So right hand outside left knee, left arm back behind us, gazing over left shoulder. And we'll come back here to center. From here, we're just going to bring our legs out long down the mat. You can recenter yourself on your mat if that feels nice. Eventually we'll lie on our backs, but not right now. Inhale, arms sweep out and up, look up. And as you exhale, slowly fold in. Can you let the forearms come down, palms face up, and just let your head hang? Feel your body get heavy. Now you can make this as active or passive as you want. If you want a more active stretch, you'll flex both your feet, bringing your toes toward you. If not, you just let the feet go. Let the head go. Let everything go. Then slowly ragdoll up to seated and back to your back. So we're going to come to lying on our backs with our knees hugged into our chest. So lying down, I'm just sitting up here, but everyone should be lying down on their backs. Hug the knees up into your chest and just rock a little bit. Make some circles. Feel that lower spine getting a little massage. It should feel very nice. And then come to stillness. Hug the right knee into your chest and let the left leg come down long. Relaxing the left leg down. And before you do anything, just keep that right knee in. And then slowly we twist. So you're going to take that right knee across the body. It will land down over on the left side. And then the right arm will come out like a T, out long, and you'll gaze towards your right hand. Can you use your left hand to pull the right knee down a little bit more if the knee's not touching the ground? Just get yourself a little bit deeper into the twist while keeping the right shoulder down as well. And the shoulder doesn't need to be on the mat and the knee doesn't need to be on the ground, but try to just keep that energetic pull. And if you want more in this twist, you can extend that right leg out long, keeping everything else the same. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling and you slowly unwind out of the twist, hugging the right knee into your chest and then bringing the left knee into your chest as well. Slowly let the right leg come down long, hugging the left knee in. Feel your body get heavy. And then we twist. So you're going to guide the left knee across the body. Left arm comes out like a T, gazing towards the left fingers. Twisting open. And if you did it on the other side, you'll extend the left leg out long if you have room. Breathing deep here. And then slowly unwind, hugging both knees into your chest. From here, we're going to take our knees about body width. So you're going to pull the knees up into your armpits, separating them about the width of your body. Now, if you have super tight hips, you're going to stay right here. If you want to open a little bit more, and you can, and it's comfortable, we'll come into happy baby. So you're going to take your arms in between your legs, grab the pinky toe sides of each of your feet, and extend the feet up, drawing knees into chest, keeping tailbone rooted. So there's a tendency for the tailbone to want to pop up here. Pretend it's a weight. Now you can bend one knee, straighten the other leg, and switch. You can rock a little bit side to side here. You can come into happy straddle where you straighten both legs. So yogi's choice here, what feels good in your body. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Breathe. We're going to be here for 5 more breaths, so find your deepest expression of this happy baby. And slowly we're going to bring the knees back together, letting the feet fall down. So the feet are flat to the mat, the knees are bent. We're going to heel toe our feet as wide as the mat and let the knees fall in. So my feet are wide, my knees are falling in, and they're touching. You can place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Feel your body breathe. Can you make the exhales just a little longer than your inhales? And come back to the feeling you wanted to cultivate today. Whether that was a feeling of peace, calm, contentment, or just everything feeling okay. Notice how you feel now as opposed to when class first started and you stepped onto your mat. Knowing that if your feeling has changed, you did that. Single-handedly, you cultivated that. And then you'll hug your knees up into your chest. And then slowly let the legs fall down long. Fully extending down on the mat. So the arms will be down by your sides. The legs will be down, and take up some space. Don't be confined to the four corners of your mat. Let your feet fall out. Let your fingers curl in. Do a quick body scan. Are you holding tension anywhere? Are you gripping? Are you clenching? Can you choose to let that tension go just for now? And feel yourself melt. Shavasana. Now, before you move any muscles at all, take a breath in through the nose and let that air travel throughout your body, energizing every cell, bringing some awareness back to the physical body. And once you feel more aware, more awake, more energized, you can start to make some gentle movements, whether that's wrist circles, ankle circles, a wiggle of the fingers and toes, maybe moving your head side to side. Whatever feels right. And then you'll reach your arms up overhead long for a nice good morning stretch. Point the toes away, reach the fingers away. Inhale here. And as you exhale, hug your knees up into your chest. You'll fall to the fetal position in whichever side feels right. Shavasana, corpse pose, signifies an end of the practice, and this signifies renewal and a chance to start fresh and rebirth. A chance to start again with the feeling that you've cultivated. And then you'll press yourself up to seated just as we began. In a nice, comfortable seat, take your time getting there. And when you are there, please bring your hands to heart. And once more, turn your attention to the change of your feelings, the change of the thoughts in your mind, the change of your mindset that you have cultivated here today. And I hope you know that as you go throughout your week that you can always come back to this feeling because it's inside of you and you just need to go inside and get it. Thank you for stepping onto the mat for yourselves today. Thank you for showing up. Namaste. Thanks, guys. I'm trying to figure out how to unmute everybody, but I don't know how to do that. I hope everyone feels good. If I could unmute you, I would. If you want to unmute yourself, that's fine.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cor.
Thanks for coming, Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cor. Appreciate it.
Bye, Mark.
I'll be back here next week. I'll see you guys then if you want to come. Oh, Gabby, look at the puppy. Oh, hi, puppy.
That's Ocean.
So cute. Thanks for coming, Jeffrey. Thanks for coming, Molly, Sophia, Shelly.
It was fabulous. It was perfect.
Thanks for coming.
Kelly will give me a call. Bye. Okay.
I will. I'll tell her to give you a call. Bye, Sophia. Bye, Jeffrey. Bye, Gabrielle. See you Wednesday, Gabrielle.
Yeah, I'll be there Wednesday.
Cool. All right.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this.
I got it. I got you. See you guys.